Welcome to Pitch Myths. Football isn't just about beautiful goals and perfect passes. Sometimes it's about fear, intimidation, and raw aggression. Today, we are building the ultimate team of nightmares, the most feared starting 11 in football history. Let's kick things off with our centre-back. When you think of modern defenders, you think of clean tackles. But when you think of Pepe, you think of pure chaos. Strikers didn't just worry about losing possession. They worried about their shins. From the infamous El Clasico brawls to that shocking incident against Getafe, he wasn't just Real Madrid's centre-back. He was their enforcer. If you needed to win a war, you'd call Pepe. Moving to the midfield, we need a general. But not just any general. We need a man who literally ended a career out of pure revenge. Enter Keane. If Pepe was chaotic evil, Keane was calculated rage. He didn't just tackle you, he wanted to let you know that you were trespassing on his pitch. His infamous tackle on Alf-Inge Haaland wasn't a football challenge, it was a premeditated strike. Captaining Manchester United, he terrorized opposing midfields, referees, and sometimes even his own teammates. You didn't argue with Keane, you just survived him. Partnering Pepe at the back, we have a man who made the dark arts look like poetry. Sergio Ramos. The undisputed king of red cards, he didn't just defend, he waged psychological warfare. Whether it was a tactical foul to save a match or a crushing tackle that took out the opponent's star player, Ramos did whatever it took to win. He played on the absolute edge of the rules, combining world-class defending with ruthless aggression. Attackers didn't just have to beat him, they had to survive him. To partner Keane in the midfield, we need a true gladiator. We give you Gennaro Gattuso. Nicknamed Ringio, which translates to growl, Gattuso was the ultimate bulldog. While his teammates played elegant football, Gattuso was the enforcer who did the dirty work. He didn't care if you were twice his size, he would chase you down, snap at your heels, and tackle you into the dirt. He once even grabbed an opposing coach by the throat during a Champions League match. If you saw Gattuso running at you, playing a simple pass suddenly became the hardest thing in the world. Leading the line, we need a striker who thrives on pure conflict. Diego Costa. He didn't just want to score goals, he wanted to mentally break the defenders first. Costa was an absolute nightmare to mark, constantly throwing elbows, stepping on toes, and whispering insults. He would start a fight in an empty room if it gave him a competitive edge. To him, football wasn't a beautiful game, it was a street fight. And he was always the last man standing. Partnering Costa up front is a player whose hunger for winning was terrifyingly literal. Luis Suarez. He was a nightmare for defenders, not just because of his world-class finishing, but because of his sheer, unfiltered aggression. He pushed the boundaries of sanity on the pitch, famously biting opponents on 3 separate occasions. Suarez played every single match like it was a fight for his life, leaving defenders physically and mentally exhausted. Every fortress needs a monster guarding the gate. In goal, we have the Titan himself, Kahn. He didn't just save shots, he intimidated strikers before they even touched the ball. Known for his explosive temper, Kahn would scream at his own defenders, aggressively confront opponents, and dominate the penalty box with sheer physical terror. He wasn't just a goalkeeper, he was the final boss. To complete a defense that nightmares are made of, we add the Dutch giant, Jaap Stam. He didn't need to scream to terrify you. His cold, emotionless stare was enough. Standing like a brick wall, Stam was a mountain of a man who physically dominated every striker who dared to cross his path. If you tried to run past Jaap Stam, it wasn't just a tackle you faced. It felt like running into a moving train. Next, we add a man who didn't just break football rules, he broke the laws of the game entirely. Cantona. Known as the King, Cantona possessed an aura of pure defiance. He played with his collar turned up and an attitude that said he owned the stadium. His most infamous moment wasn't a goal, it was a kung fu kick into the crowd against a heckling fan. Cantona wasn't just a footballer, he was an unpredictable force who demanded absolute respect or faced immediate consequences. If you think modern football is tough, you clearly never watched Vinnie Jones. The leader of Wimbledon's infamous crazy gang, Jones didn't just bend the rules, he snapped them in half. He holds the record for the fastest yellow card in football history, just 5 seconds into a match. He was a terrifying enforcer who used raw psychological and physical intimidation to dismantle opponents before the game even started. You didn't try to dribble past Vinnie Jones, you just tried to make it to the final whistle in one piece. To complete this team of pure terror, we need the ultimate boss. A man who doesn't just scare defenders, he makes them feel insignificant. Zlatan Ibrahimovic. With a black belt in taekwondo and a towering presence, Zlatan treated the pitch like his personal arena. He didn't just score goals, he humiliated opponents and demanded total submission. Strikers usually fear defenders, but when Zlatan was on the pitch, the defenders were the ones praying for the final whistle. He didn't just play the game, he conquered it. 11 players, 11 monsters. This is a team built not just to win, but to destroy. Who would dare to face them? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to Pitch Myths. See you on the next pitch.